Normally, yes, I do vans. However, when I find a cool tiny to tour, I am going to bring it to you guys. The van life progression eventually gets into tiny homes. This craftsman, this artist has built a phenomenal tiny, so we're gonna get into it right now. So this is Drew, everybody.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm Drew from JClay.co. Tiny house, the long view. Got to take the long view on things. It's
Okay.
a quote from one of my favorite movies.
We're gonna start on the outside, which is unusual for me. I don't normally do that.
Okay.
Can you show me this back deck area?
It folds up seamless and becomes your wall on the interior, and the sides match, so you can't even tell that it's there. Yeah, we have an awning that flips out and the legs actually support the deck. And then I'm a big fan of reclaiming stuff, so I've got some reclaimed wood here from one of my past projects, and that was actually old 100-year-old oak from a barn that was milled down for a restaurant we put in.
This becomes an accent wall
Yeah.
when you fold it up.
Absolutely.
Size of the trailer, maybe where you got it from?
It's a 16-foot trailer-made trailer. One of their first customers to go with their steel framing system.
Let's step inside.
Yeah.
That's cool. Bathroom is way, like, huge for a 16-foot.
Part of that first is the cantilevers that are kind of hidden, you know, they're not a traditional cantilever. I just rake the sides out. Even though the floor is about a 3 by 3.5 footprint, then the cantilever gives you plenty of elbow room in there. And then back in here we have the toilet area, so it's a whole wet room that can get wet. Acrylic that comes in like a translucent white. I love the cherry blossom design, and I always had this theme of like, it'd be nice to feel like you're in a cherry blossom forest.
We're gonna walk out here to the kitchen if that's cool. What else is interesting I found out about your tiny is this is solar powered.
Yeah, this is totally off grid. It can power everything but a space heater, but water heater, toaster oven, all electric, TV.
Because not a lot of tinies are full off grid.
Yeah, I went for it. I'm like, hey man, if I'm doing this, like, let's go all in. I basically designed the amount of panels for what I could fit on my roof.
Gotcha.
I'm like, and how do they fit? So I got 12 100-watt panels up.
Don't have any windows on this wall at all, but you have two massive skylights bringing a crap ton of light.
Yeah, and I customized those so they have hinges and they're fully open, which cools the house off instantly.
Really good fixtures, man. I love it. We don't have to go over too many details with that. I want to talk to you about the ladder getting up into the bed.
Yeah.
And you actually have a second one over here, it looks like.
Yeah.
Is that functional?
It definitely is. That just hangs on the wall like a picture. But then this was my first version, and that I didn't even have planned yet. And I'm like, well, I climb around in construction all the time. I can do this no problem. My mom came over, my girlfriend looked at it, and they're like, well, how do I get up here?
Right.
So, oh, that was a bad impression. Please cut that out. Sorry, ma'am.
You have a handle up at the top for you to easy to grab onto.
Yeah, and I'm not even using that anymore. I figured all in one motion. So just 1 foot here. Boom, you're out.
Boom, you're up.
3 foot 4 maybe, something
Wow.
like that. But then with the skylight here, that's a 2x8 right there. So that's another 7.25 inches right there. So you have about 4 feet.
Look at you, man.
And then
Little cubby holes for end tables for the bed or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Really
so,
nice touches.
again, really old reclaimed wood for my jobs. Those are 100-plus-year-old timbers out of a
amazing.
building in Colorado. There's your closet storage, headboard panels. Those pop off, and you have a whole nother closet behind there.
I'm gonna show off the living room now.
I had a smaller TV, but you know.
Go big or go
why not
home.
turn it into a home theater?
Big old couch. This is perfect. Very
Yep.
lounge area.
Yep, and of course you can Store more stuff under there.
Wow.
That's where, if someone wanted to be fully off-grid, that's where I'd put the water tank.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Where do you have water storage?
No, not right now. I haven't had the need.
You actually take a lot of pride in, we just showed it off down here, storage. You
Yeah.
have other random little storage, like above your head,
Yeah.
down here.
Yeah, I just tried, you know, it almost looks like molding, like it's just functional, like almost decoration, but they all, and then down here,
Just everywhere.
and then baskets that pull out.
Dude, super efficient, super nice.
Those are
Again,
just-
more here, guys.
Yeah.
Like, lots of storage. You told me something about this bed, this underneath bed.
Yeah.
There's no bracing.
You know, I wanted to save the room and not have it 3.5 inches of 2x4. I just laminated a sheet of 3/4 plywood and a sheet of 1/2 inch plywood. Put a bunch of construction adhesive between it and a bunch of like I forget what they were, maybe 3/4 inch screws. So, and I have a 2x6 running down here. That's the side of the bed, and then I have one a few inches from the wall, so that's where it's attached. And then the plywood is running through and it's setting on a 2x4 on that side too.
Man, and you've had 2 people up there. I know this.
Oh, yeah.
And you've had, I think, even a dog. Have you had a dog up there?
Yeah. Put
So
two-
2 and a dog.
2 and a dog. I had it a single sheet for a while that flexed,
Right.
and then I added that 1/2 inch, rock solid.
Said this guy thinks of everything, guys. Like, look at this.
Junk drawer.
Junk drawer, and then there's a shoe rack down there. Where can we find you, please, Drew? Just, you know, I've flashed it a few times, but I want
Yeah.
to get you out there, man. I think
Yeah.
you deserve to be out there.
Yeah, JClay.co is my website. You can take a look at past projects I've done. I did 2 tiny houses for Tiny House Nation. You can see me on season 3, episode 4 and 17. 2 houses in 20 days. I
Wow.
was so tired. And then on Instagram, JClay.co. And yeah, I want to build some more tiny houses.
This one's for sale.
This one's for sale. Yep, I'm ready to do the next one. I love creating. I will work with you and we'll design exactly what you want.
What is the dimensions? I didn't even ask you that.
So it's a 16-foot long trailer, 20 with the tongue, and then 8 foot wide, 11 foot 4 tall, which I really like keeping that height low as well.
You're allowed to carry this to all 50 states.
Yeah.
Without permits.
Yep, absolutely.
Without permits, which is the key thing. You don't need a permit.
Yep, and it weighs it's about 10,000 pounds,
That was
which
my
comes
next
in a
question.
lot lighter than some of the larger tiny houses. This is just a double axle.
Yep.
I pull it with a diesel F250, no problem. The reclaimed wood kind of inspired a lot of it. I really love sustainability, and
I actually do want to show this piece off because you got this from a really cool spot, and it's got a lot of nicks on it, and it's there for a reason.
well, this one has a story. This came out of actually a Levi's department store.
Was that one of your jobs?
Yeah, it was. I redid the fixtures in there, and what I liked about it, this little rub spot, this is a spot where people had been putting their foot for several years to
Really?
grab something, and it was kind of all
Oh.
rounded, and so I was like, that's a perfect spot. That's where you grab. This is level 1. Productions, they make ski films, good friends with them. And then we got Odell's, a brewery over there. The metal on the exterior, we built a large brewery cooler, and they had leftover panels, so I pulled the metal off, cut it to fit. It's held up great for 4 years. The leftover foam from that was about, 8 inches thick.
Wow.
I cut it into sections and sunk it into the floor, and then I spray foamed the seam so it became just airtight. So I love repurposing stuff, and it kind of set the tone.
Last but not least, you thought of a makeup station for any ladies or
Yeah.
men for that matter, with the touch tiles. I think these are so cool.
Yeah, they're fun. Yeah, full-length mirror. Made sure she had an outlet for her curling iron.
Look at you, man, right
man.
there.
You gotta take care of your lady.
I can't wait to keep following your journey. You're down in Colorado Springs, which is where I'm looking for land.
Nice.
I want to be your neighbor. Can I be your neighbor?
Man, I'm looking for land down there too. Let's talk.
Can we talk?
I'm being dead serious.
All right, man. I'm being dead serious too. Guys, this is, again, Drew from JClay.
Yep,
JClay.co.
JClay.co. Business is named after my son.
Man.
Keeps me motivated, keeps me inspired, and I hope to give him something someday.
Give him a follow, and more importantly, if you want one of these tinies, contact my man Drew here. All right, man. Thank you again, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
I could run